The following live town hall broadcast of Prairie Sportsman is a production of Pioneer Public Television in cooperation with the University of Minnesota Morris.
The open prairie of the upper Midwest is home and a destination for people who love the outdoors. To hunt, fish, and enjoy outdoor recreation provided by our vast resources of lakes, rivers, trails, and grasslands. Here we connect with the natural world and leave the stresses of our daily lives behind.
Funding for this project was provided by the Minnesota Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund as recommended by the Legislative Citizen Commission on Minnesota Resources and by American Surplus, Ice Castle Fish House RV, Minnesota's largest manufacturer of premium portable ice fish houses, and a proud supporter of the annual February Ice Castle Classic Fishing Tournament. More information at icecastlefh.com. And by Live Wide Open, a regional movement that encourages people to make a great life for themselves in west central Minnesota. More at livewideopen.com.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Bret Amundson, and we are live tonight with a town hall broadcast from the University of Minnesota Morris. Now, throughout the evening, Amanda, who's here in our studio, will be taking your questions via Facebook or Twitter at the hashtag PSTownHall. You can also email your question to prairiesportsman@pioneer.org, or you can even call us, too, on the phone at 1-800-726-3178. Now, when it comes to managing our public and our private lands, we don't always agree. So tonight is your chance to ask what's on your mind. So we want to thank all of you who have tuned in at home or on Facebook, and to those of you here, of course, in the Black Box Theater. I especially want to thank several people who are in our audience tonight who are prepared to take your questions. Let me introduce them to you. Sarah Moss, owner of the Fort Ridgely Equestrian Center, who offers riding lessons and guided trail rides and is introducing young women to endurance riding. With her tonight is Grace Steffel, who, along with Sarah, competes around the Midwest and in the 100-mile Tevis Cup in California that must be completed in 24 hours. Kurt Vosick, DNR Wildlife Supervisor based at Lac-Qui-Parle State Park. Kurt's work promotes waterfowl and upland game habitats, and he says he has fallen in love with the prairie wetlands and wide open landscapes, which Kurt insists are not as boring as some people think. Jan Payne, coach of the Montevideo High School Trap Team, which is among Minnesota's more than 300 high school teams participating in the Clay Target League. Trap shooting is growing faster than any other sport in the state, and its popularity runs a close second to football among high school athletes. Chris Domeyer, DNR Fisheries Manager based in Ortonville. He manages fisheries and fish habitat in western Minnesota and works with local cities and organizations to remove obsolete and dangerous dams and install replacement rapids. Chris is also a culinary friend of rough fish like drum and catfish. You're going to have to cook me up some of those drum, Chris. All right, thanks again to all these guys that have come out to answer these questions. We're putting them on the spot, so we appreciate it. So what we're going to do now is go to the people here in the studio, and our first question is going to come from John Swanson. John, are you ready to ask your question?
I'm ready, yeah.
All right, let's get him a microphone right over here. And who's your question going to be for? Let's direct it to Chris, I think.
DNR
Sure.
people here, just
Yep.
raise your hands so we know who you are.
Yeah.
Well, this is a question as one travels around the state of Minnesota and you interact with people at various, coffee clubs and so forth, bait stores and so forth, and then you talk to landowners and farmers and fishing people and hunting people. It seems like the DNR has got a little kind of an ego problem about themselves, and we just don't know how to handle this as sports people in the state of Minnesota. Would you just kind of share that with the folks in St. Paul? It's not really respectful that sports people and landowners in Minnesota are treated in this fashion. Thank you.
So let's starting off with a tough one right away. Jeez. Wow. What's your question, I guess? What would you like them to do?
Well, it's the ego about the department. You know, it could be conservation, you know, wildlife management area people, you know, and I've had some situations myself with them there, so.
So you're basically asking for a little bit more communication from
Definitely, you know, this is the way we are, you know, we're just as, just like you folks. We put on our shoes just like you guys do.
Okay. Well, Chris, maybe we'll have you take a stab at that one and kind of maybe talk about how we can help them out.
I think what you're maybe seeing more than anything is a little too much dedication. A lot of our people are very dedicated, very conservation oriented. They're passionate to the point where they maybe are too passionate and they're not good communicators at times. They're so passionate about the resource and the resources that they manage and the management activities that they do. Sometimes they don't take enough time to really talk face-to-face with people and make them understand or help them understand better. One thing I see, especially with the wildlife managers, there's more controversy there than with us with fisheries, but we have it too, is trying to find that balance between talking with people about issues and getting the work done. And that's even in my job. And I have one of the easier area fisheries jobs in the state, I really do. Trying to find enough time to interact with the public and make them understand the work we do, share the data with them and all that. And that is difficult. And we could probably do a better job of it.
Do you feel there's a perception issue, or do you hear that from a lot of people?
Yeah, and in a lot of the management activities, even me, I'm an ecologist. I'm a trained ecologist, and I struggle with some of the wildlife management ideas because I don't understand them. I have to sit and talk with these folks and actually really learn what they're doing and why. And then I'll come around, 90% of the time, I would say. But I can be in the same boat. So it's really an education, communication, but there is a lot of that passion. The ego part, I'm not going to say we have people that are egotistic as much as passionate. They take it maybe too serious. We have some of the best employees, I believe. I worked in a lot of places. We have some of the best employees I have ever seen. Hands down, we have very low turnover. That tells you have good people when you don't see them leave your organization.
All right, John's got a follow-up.
I just wanted to thank you folks for coming out to this nice place here. And thanks again.
Oh, look at that. I thought he was going to come back at you with something kind of difficult. Thank you. Oh, Kurt, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to chime in and say that, I think a lot of times what it comes down to is people are dealing with statewide policies from the DNR, rules and regulations, and so they get heated over those things. And then when they come to the individuals, they're already pretty heated about that topic. And so when they're dealing with the individual, we're put in a tough situation where we need to defend the regulations and the policies, and so it might look like we're being egotistical about it, but we're not. And I agree with Chris, it's all about passion. The reason we're in this profession is because we love the resources as much as the public users do. So, if you catch anybody showing that ego, just don't be afraid to mention it to them.
So the DNR just needs a better PR firm, is what you're saying. They need a little bit more transparency, possibly. So, all right, thank you very much. Thank you, Kurt. All right, our next question is going to come from Wendell Berry. Wendell, where is Wendell? Well, the question is, what can be done to encourage more cover crops with all the runoff with the rains? And when the wind starts blowing, the soil around, something must be done. What can we do to encourage more cover crops? Do you want to try to, Jan?
I could.
You want to try that one?
I can speak to it. I don't know if I'm the right guy. I'm the farmer in the room, but currently in our operation, it was cover crops. They're becoming more popular depending on the areas that you live. I've hunted in Nebraska, and you see some turnips being used there in the off season. Winters in Minnesota obviously preclude a lot of cover crops because it's pretty darn cold, and most of them get killed off. The studies are there. I think the embracement of using them hasn't come along yet. It's going to take a little more education to get probably your baseline commercial agriculturist to probably accept using them, because they're going to need to see a return probably on investment. probably the biggest thing right now that we're probably watching is the bottom line.
So maybe another program, some sort of conservation reserve type program?
Could be a program. But we could certainly see the federal government's budget, and I was in D.C. talking about conservation programs with Pheasants Forever back in March. The budget there is tight, and we're trying to get. If you think about it, you're trying to raise a 25 million acre cap on conservation programs in the country, and currently there's more demand by farmers than there is available monies or in the cap. Pheasants Forever, I think, wants to see 40 million acres, and we're told that we'd be lucky if you see 30. And the Secretary of Ag is a very good appointment. He's going to be friendly to those. Sonny Perdue is a really good prick, in my opinion, and so I don't know if that's just it. I think you'll have to see. What we'll have to see it as it would increase production.
Do you think there's a responsibility from some farmers and landowners to try to have some more of that to help with water quality or soil quality?
I'm certain it wouldn't probably hurt, what's the word I'm going to look for, how people probably view us. I think the farmer has become less than 10% of the population in this country, but we own most of the land. And we become the evil guy, and we're easy to pick on because we don't have very many of us, but everybody's got to eat, and we still do pretty much feed the world. And so I think to probably help our perception, we also do need to say, look, this environment's ours too, and we live in it. So there's room for us to do something.
Well, we'll get you that same PR firm that we're going to get the DNR. So, yeah. Thank you, Jen. I'm going to have you hand the mic right back behind you there to Sarah, because I have a question for you, because I want to talk horses a little bit, because horses haven't really been a big part of my life. But when you start thinking about horseback riding and some of the trails that Minnesota has out there, are there enough opportunities for horse owners to go out and ride around the state? Are there conflicts with other trail users, whether they be ATVs or mountain bikes or things like that? What's the situation like out there?
Oh boy. There are a lot of horse trails out there. Some of them are shared with other ATVs, bicycles. We prefer the trails that are just horse-friendly because bicyclists coming up behind you, if they don't make enough noise, can scare the horses. Horses aren't machines. They react just like we do. They have reflexes. It'd be nice if we had more horse trails, but we happen to live right next to Fort Ridgely State Park, so you're kind of preaching to the choir here, because we just happen to be in a really nice area, and I'm sure there are people in outstate Minnesota that are far away from horse trails and have to travel to get to horse trails. But we enjoy where we're at, and we'll do anything we can to promote more horse trails in Minnesota.
So if you're having issues with bikers on the same trails, I mean, do you propose two trails side by side, or how do you fix that in a way that's cost effective?
That's a difficult one.
Perfect. Good.
We prefer that they are separate, totally separate, because even, it's almost worse to have bicycle riders 10 feet away with trees in between, because then a horse can't necessarily identify it as it's going by. But the biggest thing is communication, and if bike riders that are coming up behind or in front of us let us know that they're coming and slow down. They just need to be aware that horses will react, and they could even jump into the bicycle, just not knowing where to go.
Could be dangerous
if they're afraid. Yeah.
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. Of course, we want to remind you that you can participate in the show at home as well. You can send in your questions. You can email them, prairiesportsman@pioneer.org. You can also use the hashtag PSTownHall. You can use the hashtag AskPS, and you can call them into at 1-800-726-3178. And Amanda here in our studio is going to be answering those. Amanda, do we have a social media question?
So many social media questions. I just want to say, for those of you watching on Facebook Live, I see you, so send me your questions. Okay, so this one was emailed actually earlier today, and I'm going to paraphrase this viewer's question, but it came in from a Central Minnesota coach who commented first that her trap team is treated kind of like a black sheep sport. School officials and board members don't really attend their events, and they had to fight to have their banner even hung at at other school activities. So Coach Julie is her name. She asks, do you ever see schools becoming more acceptable of this wonderful sport?
All right.
So Jan, I was thinking that'd be good for you. Maybe you can talk briefly about your experience with the Montevideo team and how that's coming up.
Sure. So, Julie, I'm sorry to hear that in your Corey district. It's not been my experience. Actually, we were probably the first I've actually heard a trap team being treated probably in this way that I know of, and I know several coaches across the state. So I'll speak to my own program in Montevideo. We had great acceptance, full acceptance from all of our school board members. Dr. Heller, who was our superintendent, when we first met with him, was very supportive of it. His reaction was, anything we can do to get kids involved in something. And what I see and what I know is that, yes, this sport involves a gun, and so there's some sensitivity to that. But what we see in our program, and I think if you ask coaches across the state, we have kids that are participating in our program that don't participate in any other activities in school, extracurricular. And so this is fantastic. They have interactions with other students that they probably don't have interactions with within the confines of the school. It fits Title IX's needs. We take students who have disabilities, male, female students, and they don't necessarily have to be a fantastic athlete. Anybody can pick up a shotgun and learn to point and shoot it safely. We give a lot of respect to our students, and we ask a lot of respect of them. It's about safety there, and we learn a lot about respect and behave out at a range. And it's been 2003 was the start of this sport. Never one injury, no incident. We have a very tight policy. It's a two-strike policy, and they're out. So 11,000 kids participate in the state of Minnesota, 343 schools, most of them very acceptant of the program, no injuries.
It's amazing. I think that Clay Target League is the best thing that's happened for kids out there. I think it absolutely is a gun issue. I think when you talk about schools and guns, people get weird about it a little bit, and I think that's got to be it, because you're right. You got people with disabilities competing next to the captain of the football team, standing side by side, going head to head with them. You don't have that in any other sport. You got men and women. I just think it's fantastic. I think Jim Sable's done a great job with it. So keep it going. So we got some great questions. The audience is great here. You guys are doing a great job, audience, by the way. These guys are doing great. Keep your questions coming. Now, tonight's program, it's the last of our new episodes for the 2017 season. So we're going to take a quick moment and look back at some of our adventures from the 2017 season of Prairie Sportsman.
One of my favorite parts of hunting anything is anytime I get to use my dog. And this is my lab Mika. She's going to be 6 in January.
Here on Swan Lake, we host a variety of waterfowl, mallards, redheads, canvasbacks, wood ducks, teal.
Basically, there's no place in Minnesota that wouldn't be forested if it wasn't for fires. It's the fires that make the grassland and keep it there. If without fire, you won't have prairie, you won't have grassland.
My role as burn boss is to be cognizant of what's going on both sides, what conditions are, how volatile is the fire, have wind directions changed or wind speed changed that we need to consider as far as placing crew members.
Doug, this is Molly. We're moving again now.
Copy that.
It is burning really hot over here.
You become a teenager and you grow up, and all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, wow, he's really good at something, and there's stuff to be learned here.
When this great big huge tom came in and I shot it, I was hooked. After that I started saying, I gotta do this more.
This is the one time when we get 4 generations of us out in one spot, and it's really special.
Managing for pheasants is really about more than managing for pheasants. It's managing for all the other species that are going to use those grasslands and that are going to use those wetlands.
Wow, this is high. Just getting to 50 miles was amazing.
we got that one. You got that first shot on it, see again? Shooting.
We know that the fastest growing section in the shooting sport today are women. Close to 10,000 kids. It grows faster than any other sport in the state of Minnesota. So it's had a huge impact.
I practiced and kept on practicing, and I got better and better. And next year, 2 years after that, they told their other buddies, they said, nope, you guys leave your goose calls back in the truck. Corey's going to bring his call. So then I basically felt like a world champion after that happened. So
they're primarily looking at the feed on the seeds, the annual weeds and the millet and the buckwheat. They produce a high energy, high protein seed that the ducks are looking for to help them in their migration, keeps them in the area, keeps them well fed, get them ready to fly south.
What got you hooked on it when you were introduced to it? What did you like about it?
I would say the biggest thing is like the suspense and the thrill. Because you can sit for hours or days without seeing a fish, but the anticipation, when you see a giant northern pike come in the hole, it's worth the wait.
They don't come loose very often. They're epoxied in there real solid. And, you know, if they use them a lot, they can crack a little bit, but I can usually touch them up for them and get them back in the water again. So
the whole thing is that we're aiming for is to be able to treat more water on a given footprint. So that's, you know, we're doing research. Eventually, the practicality will have to work out. But what we're trying to do is greatly increase the flow for a given size bioreactor.
And this is on the big jig too, so it could be a big walleye. Yep, it's a big walleye. And a really nice one.
When you think of southwestern Minnesota, you think of this flat prairie land, but then there's this huge river valley that runs through it that has this very, very unique history.
The river is a spectacular place to paddle and kayak, and the scenery is spectacular. It's kind of a wildlife haven in the middle of what's thought of by most people as southwest Minnesota farm country.
What I learned about this buck is that he was a survivor. He was really particular about going through areas and watching out for his own skin, and he would let other deer go before him many times before he would deem an area to be safe.
Economically, it's a real good way, really wise way to farm. I think it's saving the soil, it's saving me money, and it's allowing me to maintain top yields.
Over the past 2-3 years, we've seen a lot more snow geese moving through Minnesota, and the guys have been having a lot more opportunities and success shooting them.
I've never seen anything like it, and I was actually extremely excited that we were looked at for doing a project as unique as this.
I knew it was going to be kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I was just really excited that we were going to get to do it.
This is just beautiful country. Why wouldn't you want to spend your time down here doing this cool thing?
They have a great time out here. We'll start early in the morning and go way beyond the traditional school class hours.
You can view these segments and full episodes of Prairie Sportsman's 2017 season on our website at pioneer.org/season-8. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we're very proud of Season 1 of Prairie Sportsman. We had so much fun doing it, and I can't thank all of you guys enough for being a part of it and helping us do what we do with this TV show. And of course, I'm very, very proud of what we've done, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. So we're out here tonight at the Black Box Theater, the University of Minnesota Morris. It's our town hall with Prairie Sportsman Television. This is live TV, folks. So thanks for tuning in at home. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook. You can stream it right now live. And we're going to go to our studio audience again with some more questions. And actually, I got this one handed to me, And this is going to be a good one, Chris. I'm going to come at you right away because everybody's talking about the license fee increases right now in the state of Minnesota, and they're trying to get it passed. They're trying to raise some more money because only a fraction of the amount of money that goes to the DNR, as you guys know, goes to your salaries. Everything else is basically user fees. It's licenses, it's permits, and things like that. So what can we do to get the DNR some more money? Is there any out-of-the-box ideas? Is there anything we can do versus just raising license fees?
You know, I've been around a long time, and I've never really seen out-of-the-box work great. I hate to say it, but a lot of out-of-the-box things are short-term, they're small, a lot of times they're voluntary. People just aren't really terrific about giving away too much money. We're looking at some pretty serious budget issues in the DNR, and it's easy to explain. It's just pure inflation. Let's say 20 years ago a can of pop cost 50 cents and you had $1. You could buy 2 cans of pop. Now let's say the can of pop today costs $1 and you have $1, you can buy 1 can of pop. That's how license fees work. Our license fees are set. Let's say a fishing license is $20. And inflation occurs for 5 years, your license is still $20, but now you're paying more for everything as time goes on. So the phrase I use is you're trying to do more with the same amount of money, and you can't, so you have to do less. It's just basic economics. So we really do need license fee increases. We're to the point where you can't hold many more positions open. You have to start closing offices. We're not getting projects done we'd like to do. There's a lot of work that needs to be done that can't get done. If you don't continue to grow the organization, not employees, but you need to replace the ones you've lost due to retirements and things like that, or you can't do the work you have. It's basic business. Every business out there operates this way. If we did away with inflation, or could do away with inflation, fee increases wouldn't have to happen. But fee increases are just a necessary fact of inflation.
And in reality, the increases are pretty minimal, but they're very necessary. And my issue, and maybe you're not the right guy to answer this question, but my issue with the license increases, and I have no problem, by the way, paying it. I think we should do it. I think we need them. But I would like to see more money come from the general fund for the DNR personally, because it's 15% right now of the DNR's budget. I think I'm pretty close on numbers there. And in the past, before the last recession, it was more than that. So what do we need to do to get more money to come out of the general fund to pay for the DNR? So, I mean, Grant, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with paying for what I'm going to use. I don't have a problem with the user fee system. But I think with the state of Minnesota, so much of the outdoors economy, or so much of the economy of Minnesota relies on our outdoors, how can we get some more money coming from the Twin Cities to pay for you guys, man? Come on.
You obviously haven't been watching what's going on now with the legislature. It's tough. General fund dollars are fought for by everybody. Everything out there is fighting for more money, and we're in a pretty conservative time right now in the legislature, no question about it. It would be nice to see, but I'm a pretty strong believer in user fees and people kind of paying for the stuff they use for. There are good places where the general fund makes really good sense, but in pure fish and wildlife management, that's almost all user fee dollars, and we just have to raise them. The legislature's discussing this right now. Also, it's tough even to get user fees, through a legislature right now. So to look for general fund also would be tough, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. All right. We got another question that was handed to me, and this kind of goes along the same lines. And maybe, Kurt, you can handle this one. Is there a shortage of conservation officers out there? And are there any programs to get more kids interested in a line of work like that?
Yeah, I think we're always dealing with a shortage of COs out there. Unfortunately, it seems like they'll get funded. They'll send quite a few of them through school, and about the time they get trained in, then we get a bunch retiring again. And it seems like we're always behind the 8 ball on COs. As far as getting youth involved, not only with the conservation officers, but with what Chris does as a fisheries manager, is what I do as a wildlife manager. In most schools they have the students can ride along with us, spend a day with us, and I've had students come out and do that. High school students come out and they spend a day with me, take them out in the field, show them what we're doing, and you can sit down and explain to them one-on-one what they need to do for an education if they want to get into this career. And they can certainly do that with COs too.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Another question from our audience. We're going to go to John. Where's John at? John is right back in there. Can we get a microphone to John up there? And Chris, you're kind of getting picked on a little bit tonight. John has a question for you.
I think this is a question I asked about Big Stone Lake. And
yes. Yep.
What I find interesting living in the area is that before the opener in Minnesota, the Big Stone Lake is really a popular lake. They come in because of the border regulations. But what can we do for the rest of the year to attract sportsmen and fishermen to our area? Because we have a lot of neat lakes and a lot of good fishing. And but it seems like after the opener, they go elsewhere.
Maybe we don't want more people fishing our lakes out here. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those guys that kind of likes the best kept secret. I like it quiet. The biggest issue with Big Stone, at least with walleye fishing, if they bite, they will come, especially these days with social media and cell phones and everything else. If there's a walleye bite going on in this state, it doesn't take but hours and people are showing up. So keep that in mind. And if they're biting somewhere else, they're going to go there. And that's really what's going on a lot now. You don't see the old standard, let's go to the resort for a week kind of a deal anymore. It's all these really mobile anglers that are moving to wherever the fish are biting.
So is it your job to get more walleyes to bite out there then?
The funny thing is Big Stone has a really good walleye population right now, but they don't always bite. The forage is really good in that lake, and it's been relatively, I would say, normal walleye fishing. Good spring fishing. Winter was a little slower, and it gets slower late in the summer, which is what it should be. But then the perch bite, and then you have a lot of pressure out there, and we had a really heavy pressure in the fall.
That's always such a tough one because when the bite's hot, all of a sudden everybody comes out, and it's great because when you do get the word out, the local economy does so well. The city of Ortonville obviously is going to do well when there's a lot of people out there. So that's a great question. Always tough when you want to give away your hot spots. But thank you for tuning in at home or on Facebook here as we broadcast Prairie Sportsman live from the Black Box Theater at the University of Minnesota Morrison. You can participate at home with your questions as well by using the hashtag PS Town Hall on social media, or you can call and even call in your question, 1-800-726-3178, or email prairiesportsman@pioneer.org. And Amanda in the studio here has got another question for us.
Yes, I have a really interesting one. It kind of is taking a break from going a different route from what we're currently talking about. We're going to take a break for art. So I don't know if this person saw my snaps or Instagram story or what, but it's for Kurt Soini. They knew that he was in the audience, and they were curious about the process to start carving decoys and how they can become a fellow decoy artist.
To get started, probably I started out with some books and find somebody to mentor you maybe. Fish decoys are easy to get into. You don't need a lot of equipment. But there's a lot of books out there to get you started. And just ask somebody who's carving right now. And the carving group is really good about sharing information and getting people started. So, and maybe attend a decoy show. Good way to get going.
Does anybody here want to learn? Because Kurt will be giving lessons after the show here tonight.
Come on over.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff in the gallery. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you for sending in your question at home. And I hope all of you are enjoying this spirited conversation here tonight. But right now, let's take a short break and go to this week's Aquatic Invasive Species Minute.
Hi, my name is Matt Dwelly. I'm a watercraft inspector with the Minnesota DNR, and we're here today at White Bear Lake to help stop the spread of aquatic invasive species. Here in White Bear Lake, we have zebra mussels and Eurasian water milfoil for aquatic invasive species. This is a decontamination unit. The whole thing is called a decontamination station. What we use this for is if any boats are coming off of the lake and let's say a boat's going to another lake and we don't want them to spread any zebra mussels or Eurasian water milfoil. This low flow hose does a great job at just killing all the zebra mussels. But we use hot water, usually around 140, 150 degrees. And we also, with this low flow hose, we'll use this to put inside like live wells and flush out live wells. And then we also will attach these motor muffs and we'll flush out the motor with some warm water as well. The low flow hose will kill the zebra mussels, but it won't take the zebra mussels off of the boat or watercraft. With the spray gun, we'll shoot the zebra mussels and take them off of the watercraft.
Fishermen, recreational boat users, anyone who has watercraft on the lake, the key points to remember are to clean, drain, and dispose.
This segment has been brought to you by the Aquatic Invasive Species Task Forces of Big Stone, Candy, Ojai, and Yellow Medicine counties.
Like it or not, that is a part of the world that we live in today, aquatic invasive species, and you do have to do your part to try to keep them from spreading. Thank you for tuning in. It is our live episode of Prairie Sportsman. We're in Morris at the University of Minnesota Morris in the Black Box Theater, taking your questions at home or here in our audience. And we got a question from Barbara. We have Barbara. She was wondering about invasive species. And Chris, we'll go back to you again on this. How far? Is Barbara here? Yes. Okay. All right, well, let's go zebra mussels. How far have zebra mussels gotten into central Minnesota?
Well, you're going to get to test my memory because I just looked at the map on Thursday. It is on the DNR website, and that's a good place to go to see the latest maps. They're not completely up to date, but they're pretty up to date. We do have them in the Detroit Lakes area, Fergus Falls area, Minnewaska, Lac Parle has them. They are kind of scattered through most of the state at this point.
How fast have they gotten there? How fast are they still moving? Are we getting a handle on it? What's going on?
They're slowly spreading, and they're increasing in numbers for sure. But the efforts are slowing them down, and that's the whole goal. And hopefully we'll keep them out of some places also.
So the efforts are working, because a lot of people think that money could be spent better somewhere else, like maybe more conservation officers or
a lot of it's been education, and the education without a question has been a good deal for sure. And some things have been experimental. We've tried to eradicate them in some spots and it didn't work. So we were learning things yet. These are new. So as with anything that's new, you're going to spend some money learning, and at a point you're going to figure out with whether you should spend your money anymore on certain things or not. So it's a learning process.
All right. Thank you very much for that question. We're going to go to Kurt now. Now, Kurt, you spent a little bit of time at Lac Parle at the refuge over there, just a little bit of time. This person was wondering, has the management of that area changed over the years? Because, of course, that's a historic destination for Canada geese and Canada geese staging and Canada geese hunting and things like that. Not as many geese staged there anymore for whatever reason. People think maybe the management strategies have shifted more towards pheasants or deer or grasslands, things like that. Has the management strategy strayed from Canada goose management, Canada goose hunting there?
I would say definitely management strategies are evolving and changing over time. We do things a little bit differently, not only for geese, but for deer and pheasants too. The way we used to manage a lot of these lands was as if they were a hunting preserve, where you try to have a food plot, a shelter built, everything right on a 40-acre plot. But as far as the geese go, at Lac Parle, the geese are changing. The migrations are changing. Those birds used to migrate through in October, and they would stay in the area through mid-December, early December maybe, and then get driven out by the weather. Now with climate change, birds are staying up in Canada, and agriculture has expanded up into Canada. So they have a food source there. So there's no reason for them to leave. They stay in Canada, and they don't leave until the weather pushes them out, and that's usually in late November. And then by the time they get down here, we're starting to deal with the nasty weather as well, so they just kind of push right through. So it's more of a climate issue and farming issue. Yep,
Mother Nature more than the Minnesota DNR.
Yeah, but again, management, we do evolve. We manage prairies different than we used to. We manage properties different than we used to. Maybe less emphasis on food plots, more emphasis on flowers and forbs and insects and building from the bottom up for critters. So, but we still manage for geese.
So are we going to go back to the old 45 playing goose sounds? And is there anything we can do to try to versus changing weather patterns? Is there anything we can do to get more geese?
I don't think there's anything we can do with those migrating birds. Again, we can't make them leave Canada any sooner than they are. And we are adapting a little bit and extending our seasons as late as we can to try to capture those birds. But again, by the time they're coming through, the window is shorter and they blow right through. And we can shift our focus to managing more on our local giant Canada geese rather than the migrating geese.
Sure. All right. Kurt, thank you very much. All right, our next question is for Sarah Moss. Give her the microphone right there. And this deals kind of specifically in your area. You were talking about Fort Ridgely down there, and there's a golf course. So
yes.
What's going on down there?
The DNR closed the golf course last year, the Fort Ridgely State Park golf course, and that's one of the oldest golf courses in Minnesota. And it's what makes Fort Ridgely State Park Fort Ridgely State Park. And I am pro horse trails, but I'm also pro golf course, because without the golf course, I don't think that the state park would remain the same at all. And if they put prairie grass in there instead of the golf course, it would just be like hundreds of other state parks in the nation, and it would lose its what would you say? It's finesse. It's what makes the state park what it is. And it's a historic state park. It's wonderful to visit. It's gorgeous to ride through on horseback. And the golf course doesn't really affect the horse trails, and except when you have a golf ball flying over your horse. That's a little spooky sometimes, but for the most part, the golfers are really good about being careful. But the Friends of Fort Ridgely has been very integral in getting the golf course opened up again, and we have made a compromise with the DNR, and we're leasing the golf course, and we're going to be running it with the city of Fairfax, and we're hoping to raise more funds to get that started, and it should be open soon for golfing.
Could you compromise and maybe instead of golf carts, you just ride horses across and throw your
I'm not sure that all the divots that the horses would make on the golf course would be a good idea.
Well, if you've seen me golf, it wouldn't be much different as far as divots go. All right. Thanks again for watching at home. You can send your questions in there as well. Amanda is answering those questions or getting those questions and asking them here tonight. Do you have another question for us, Amanda?
Yeah. I also wanted to say I tweeted the link that Chris was referencing about the infested waters list. So if you're curious about that, that's on there. But I have a question it was emailed from Wyndham. They said they're a senior citizen and they're wondering about accessibility at waterfowl hunting areas for handicapped individuals and why there aren't more.
Kurt, you want to answer that?
Yeah, I guess the only one I know of in the state is near, it's out of the Sauk Rapids office. They have a wildlife management area right by St. Cloud that's closed to public hunting, except they do have a handicap accessible turkey hunting and a waterfowl blind there as well. Why there aren't any more, I don't know. I think if the demand was there, if we started hearing from folks that needed some more of that, we could try to accommodate it. At Lac Parle, it'd be tough to do just because the place to do it would be in a sanctuary where by law we're not allowed to do the waterfowl hunting. So, and I don't know if some of the Fish and Wildlife Services, if they can offer that on some of the WPAs or refuges as well too. But
well, you guys have like the Capable Partners deer hunting down there at Lac Parle. Do you think you could do a waterfowl? Set something up like that?
I don't know if they could or not. Not a fan.
Well, let's get working.
Yeah, we can explore it.
Let's get it done, Kurt. Come on, it's your first job
tomorrow
after today. All right, so thanks for sending in your questions. That's a great question. Thank you for sending that one in to us here tonight. And, of course, thanks to all of you participating in our town hall tonight. We appreciate all of our loyal Prairie Sportsman viewers. It's made this season great. And several of our episodes this season have featured the culinary skills of Kurt Anderson of Evansville. Yeah, we've seen this. Yeah, Kurt, Chef Kurt. The always colorful Chef Kurt. He's cooked up a variety of wild game and fish entrees ranging from a Monte Cristo sandwich made with roast goose to catfish tacos with cilantro sauce. I know we ate a ton of food before we got here tonight, but I'm getting hungry again. And this is going to make you guys hungry too. Let's see what Chef Kurt is cooking up for us this week.
Hey! Bacon-wrapped goose balls is what's on the menu today. Let me show you what I'm frying up here. You're going to find right here, I've wrapped these pieces of meat. When you're butchering an animal, you know you're going to get to some ends where you're going to have pieces that aren't overly large, or they maybe are more scrappy. These are what I want you to try to use just for this type of dish. You can wrap them, they freeze great. However, what I want you to see is that when I go to wrap them, the first thing I put down when I put them down in the heat, put the seam side down. Thus, you avoid the issue of the toothpick. We were laughing about that earlier here while taping this. The toothpick situation where it might burn away from the end if we were doing it on a grill or broiler, you know, and then you get it stuck in your mouth and it'll make a fun time go south real fast. So these guys are working wonderful. Now, we'll let him finish. Over here is a sauce that's made out of nothing more than a strawberry preserve or a strawberry jam or an unsweetened strawberry jam or marmalade, or you can even use that strawberry ice cream topping that's right in your fridge. Add that to a few drops of Tabasco, a little bit of a shot of balsamic vinegar. Makes it really pop, and it'll take just a touch of water, and you'll have something that'll look just like this. That'll be a wonderful accompanying sauce just for this dish so that your guests can say, whoa, how'd you make that? And you can show them how easy that actually was. I hope you get the chance to try this, because I'll swear that this is really good eating. Thanks for watching.
There we go, Chef Kurt. Thank you very much. That looked delicious. All right, thank you for joining us here on this live episode of Prairie Sportsman, our final show of the 2017 season. And if you want to see more of Chef Kurt, you're going to be able to watch all his segments with us, all his recipes, all his colorfulness on our website at pioneer.org. So you can watch all of our episodes on there as well. So thank you for tuning in, either on TV or on Facebook. We've got a great studio audience in here tonight answering your questions. And we also have Grace. Grace, you're going to grace us with your voice here finally. We got a question for you. Talk about how horses know people and how they get signals from your body language.
Well, a lot of people say there's horse whisperers. I wouldn't necessarily say that we're horse whisperers. We just really pay attention to the horse. Horses are prey animals and we are predators. So we really have to learn how to communicate like prey communicate with each other. So basically we would really watch their language and try to just not be predators and be more like they communicate with each other. So just learning how horses communicate with each other and just trying to be... Are you saying we should threaten to eat them? Yeah.
Is that where...
No. No.
All right. I got a follow-up question, and you might as well answer this one too, or maybe Sarah can answer this one. Does it make a difference how old you are for this endurance riding, and where can people find out more information about it?
Well, we welcome anyone. It's a very community atmosphere at endurance rides. We really try to welcome everyone. Basically, if you can steer your horse, you can compete in endurance riding. We were at endurance ride yesterday, and there was a 9-year-old competing in a 25-mile race, and she finished. And so there's 2 of them, I think, actually, 2 9-year-olds that were riding, and there are also people who are in their 80s competing too. So there's a wide variety, and we really just want everyone to compete. So.
And is there a website we can find out more, or?
Do you want to speak more on that, Sarah?
Yes, the Minnesota Distance Riding Association, MINDRA, has a website, and we really welcome new people. And that's a great place to go, mindra.com, MNDRA.com. And they have a Facebook page also. But there's a lot of information for novice riders, people who want to just start. And you can start at 15 miles. You don't have to do 25 miles or 50 or 100 right away. But you can be competitive. Like Grace said, when people are getting into their 70s and 80s, we still have a lot of competitors that are older, myself included. And it's nice to be competitive and be able to keep riding and keep healthy.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for sending in that question. We've got a question from Neil. Do we have Neil here in the audience? Neil? Okay. Neil's question was, the Western Prairie rivers offer some wonderful canoeing and kayaking opportunities. Granite Falls is working on a unique paddling opportunity at the dam there. I don't know, Chris, can you talk about what's happening down in Granite Falls at the dam?
Well, we're very fortunate to have Patrick Moore in the office, in the crowd, and I think we should have Patrick Moore answer this. He is the most knowledgeable by far.
All right, well, Patrick, he did not want that microphone. That's too bad. Live TV.
Okay, well, the City of Granite Falls Economic Development Authority has established a task force to investigate the feasibility of having a portion of the dam in Granite Falls on the Minnesota River removed and to allow for whitewater passage. There's been some studies that say it's got the right amount of drop for an Olympic level whitewater passage there. It's right in the heart of downtown, so the spectators could be there. It could be a huge economic development opportunity, recreational opportunity, and of course it would allow fish passage through the dam, and that would allow those channel cats to get up past the dam, because right now they can't. And so it's got what we call a quadruple win. It's good for economic development. It's good for renewable energy production, because you'd still be able to produce energy from the dam. It's good for tourism and recreation, and it's good for the fish. But there are some issues, and we're studying them. And right now, stay tuned. That's all I can say. The experts are looking into it.
Well, it's an interesting opportunity. It sounds really interesting, but that brings up a question for me. If the flathead catfish, can they get up past this? And some of I think paddlefish are down there. Is that going to change the complexion? Are they going to be able to get up to the Lac-Parle Dam then, or what's going to happen with those fish?
Yeah, they would, and that's why we're working as a team of experts, concerned citizens. Everyone's kind of an expert in this group, to be honest. I'm trying to come up with a solution that's good for everything, like Patrick said. And that's our goal in fisheries, is to get that river reconnected so these species that can't get upstream, like lake sturgeon, flathead catfish, that normally would have been there historically, can. So that's where I come in as a fisheries manager.
All right, 5-second answer. How are the sturgeon doing on Big Stone?
Terrific.
Good.
They're 20 inches, and people are catching them already after 3 summers of growth.
That's a neat story right there. All right, great question. That's some good stuff here, of course. Thank you for participating at home and sending in your questions. We're going to go to Amanda once again with a question from social media or somewhere along the lines there. Amanda?
Yep, this came in from a viewer in western Hennepin County about turkeys. Are they going to become a problem, and are they compatible with Minnesota's pheasant population?
Kurt?
I would say in a lot of places turkeys already are a problem, especially in the metropolitan area and even out here in western Minnesota, where they winter in cow yards, cattle yards. So a lot of times they'll be in direct contact with cattle, and when they do yard up in the winter, it's you generally have bigger numbers of them. So they can be an issue in the cities. Definitely, they become almost domesticated, and in the springtime, the toms get aggressive. They attack reflections on vehicles, reflection in windows. So, I mean, we're already dealing with turkey issues. So as populations expand, those are just going to grow.
How is it that a turkey can be too smart for me to hunt, but it'll peck at itself in its reflection in a window? I don't get it. That's a neat story, too, the turkeys.
What's that say about you, then?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. But what a great conservation story, turkeys, to even be talking about them being a problem at this point.
And I don't think there's an issue with them competing with pheasants. Turkeys are more of a woodland bird, and pheasants are a grassland bird. And they overlap a little bit, but they're not competing out there.
Perfect. All right. Kurt, thank you very much. Hey, nice job tonight, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great work. Great work right there. This has It's been just a fun season. It's been a great discussion here tonight at the Black Box Theater at the University of Minnesota Morris, and I hope it's opened up some new ways of thinking about how we balance all of our interests, the sportsmen and women, the environmentalists, the farmers, the natural resource managers. I think we can all agree that we need to protect our treasured heritage of outdoor recreation. Now, we didn't get to all the questions tonight. We tried, but check out our blog on the Prairie Sportsman website, where we'll keep that conversation going all year long. You can keep sending in questions if you want to. We'll get the right people to answer them. So thank you to all who participated, our guests tonight. Nice job. Our studio audience and all of you viewers who share our love of the natural world. So thank you for watching. I'm Bret Amundson, and make sure you get outdoors this week. Nice job, everybody.
This live town hall broadcast of Prairie Sportsman was a production of Pioneer Public Television in cooperation with the University of Minnesota Morris.
Funding for this project was provided by the Minnesota Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund, as recommended by the Legislative Citizen Commission on Minnesota Resources, and by American Surplus, Ice Castle Fish House RV, Minnesota's largest manufacturer of premium portable ice fish houses, and a proud supporter of the annual February Ice Castle Classic Fishing Tournament. More information at icecastlefh.com. And by Live Wide Open, a regional movement that encourages people to make a great life for themselves in West Central Minnesota. More at livewideopen.com.